What up, world? So, I made a video blog called Stay in Your Lane, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it or not, but I'm not done. Okay? I think that social media gives us the false impression that other people are doing better than us, and it makes it be a sense of competition where there shouldn't be one. And okay, so my spiritual sister, we are very close. We're synchronized in our spiritual path, but we both take different pathways to get there. So my spiritual sister is heavy into meditation, been meditating for years and years and years. I'm heavy into thinking, contemplating, pondering, logic, but we end up at the same conclusion. But after a while, I started thinking, maybe I'm not meditating enough. Maybe I need to meditate more, because she is like a Zen master. She's been doing this for hours. Cut off her phone. Don't hear from her for weeks. I say, sis, where you been at? She says, oh, I've been heavy off into my meditation for weeks. Damn. That's her though. And years back, I would feel like I gotta do that. That's the right way. That's the way that it should be done. That's what everybody should be doing. She's getting her answers through meditation. And after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting the same answers and I don't meditate for shit. So then I was like, okay, I gotta do what works for me. I meditate, but I'm not a big meditator. Like I do it just to discipline. This is my logic when it comes to meditation. I figure, for all the time that I think a lot. So I'm thinking all day long, think about this, think about that. Brain cut off, the inhale when you sleep, you're dreaming. Brain don't never shut off. That to balance that, go, 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 I have to have a little quiet. So I meditate just to give myself that balance. That I feel like the go, go, go creates an anxiety. It creates you know, it is hard because, like, I can't say what I did will work for somebody else. You know, like when I made the law of attraction video yesterday, I was just saying what I did and what I learned, but I don't know. And then I was talking to somebody else today, and they learned it a totally different way. And I was like, oh shit. So all I can say is, you got to find out what works for you. Like I was telling somebody today, like I love crystals. I have more crystals than I have friends. You know, I like crystals. I like the energy. I'm very sensitive to the energy. So I can feel, give me a second. Excuse me. So I can feel when it's charged, when the energy is the strongest, when it's starting to wear down, and when I need to recharge it. And that's just how I am. I'm sensitive to it, so I like it. But my friend who meditates a lot, she don't carry crystals at all. Everybody's different. I like that about the spiritual path though, because then I could be me, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I get judged for being me all of the time. And it's because, like, I guess I don't look a certain way that you supposed to look when you spiritual, or not spiritual, whatever. I don't think I fit like the category of what an enlightened being is supposed to look like and sound like and act like, and I don't fit the typical category. And like I have white men who look at me and white women that look at me on a spiritual level and automatically go, yeah, I'm more advanced than her just because of a black woman. Then I have Christians that look at me and go, she's nuts, because I'm not a Christian. And it's really hard for me to explain to a Christian why I'm not a Christian, because Christianity is so indoctrinated in your everyday thought process that you can't fathom thinking anything else. So, like, when people say, when they use like Christian terms to justify things like, oh, well, God created Adam and Eve. And I was just like, how, how, how you know that? And see, that's the whole thing, because then I'm not challenging their beliefs. You can believe what you want to believe, but don't give it to me as if it's fact that I'm supposed to believe it. Give me a second. I just realized that these kids aren't even knocking on my door. They're playing right outside my door. Anyway, but it's like I had this post on Facebook that said, why don't men want to wait for sex? And somebody told me Adam didn't have to wait when it come to Eve. And I was just like, oh, Jesus, don't do that. But it's like, if I come off and say, well, to me, there's scientific proof that the Old Testament was plagiarized, then I come off as telling you your God don't exist. And I don't be trying to do that. It's like, that's your lane. If that's where you want to be, it's like, it's hard. And it's like, I'm not trying to belittle what your belief is, but black people automatically assume, not all, I'm not saying all. I'm saying a lot though. A lot, y'all. A lot of black people assume because they are Christian that you're Christian automatically. Like, I did not like my kids went to this preschool one time, and they had this whole thing with Santa Claus, and they wanted me to pay money for it. And I was the only person like, why would you just assume that everybody as a parent teaches their kids about Santa Claus? Because I don't teach my kids to believe in Santa Claus. So why I gotta mandatorily pay $7 for my baby to sit on Santa's lap? And I don't even mess with Christmas Santa like that around Christmas time. And it was like, why assume? I've had a situation where my kid's English teacher would pray and listen to gospel music in a public school. And I completely disagreed with it because she assumed that all of the kids' parents were Christians. And it was like I told my kids, it ain't that I mind, but it's disrespectful for somebody who would mind and who wouldn't raise their kids that way. Like, what if there is a kid in this classroom whose parents are atheists? And now you're going against their beliefs because you just assumed everybody was Christian. Like, makes me mad. It's like the arrogance. But I just be like, I don't know. I have to maneuver around it. I just be like, I'm stay in my own lane. Okay? This is my lane. And it's so crazy because it ain't like I consciously said, I consciously said something fishy about Christianity and religion in general. I wonder what's fishy about it. Let me see. I was nosy, but I didn't say I want to change religions, or I want to change my life, or I want to not believe my prior beliefs. I didn't say none of that. I didn't willfully and consciously leave organized religion. I gradually gravitated towards other teachings. And now it's so crazy because now I've gotten to the point where I can tie those teachings back into Christianity. It's like I'm gonna tell y'all the story, and then I'm gonna leave because you know me, I'll talk all day. So, I was talking to somebody about how they figured out the law of attraction, right? And we were talking, and I was telling them I figured it out in church. Because they were saying, well, the reason why you figured out the law of attraction is you're able to let negativity go. You don't hold on to it. You look for the good in situations, which, raises your vibration and it opens you up to receiving more good. I said, yeah. But then I was telling the person, I said, but this is how I figured that out. When I was in church on Ash Wednesday, when you get the cross on you, the beginning of Lent, y'all know. On Ash Wednesday, my church had this big 10-foot cross, this wooden cross. It'd been there since as far back as I can remember. It's still there. It's still there at the church right now. And on Ash Wednesday, we would write on pieces of paper something that we wanted to change. And we would nail it to the cross, literally fold it up and hammer it. And they would even as a kid, I would do it. They would give you the hammer and the nail and try to help you hold it steady, but you would nail it to the cross. And then they lift the cross up and set it there, and it'd be like all these pieces of paper on the cross. Now you couple that, the act of giving God this thing that you want to change and praying, but it was a visual prayer, okay? Then you couple that, and then you couple that with no. Hell no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She just made me mad. Anyway. Play all day. Anyway, what was I saying? So then I heard this preacher was preaching about how when people pray and they say, the term bring it to the altar. So you bring this problem to the altar and you lay it on the altar, which means you can't figure out a solution. You're giving this problem to God. Here, God, I'm having trouble with this. I can't figure it out. Help me. I need help. They would say, you lay your problem on the altar and then you don't even give God a chance to work before you picking the problem back up off the altar and tinkering with it. And it confused me. I was like, I thought faith without works is dead though. So you got to work too. Like I can't just say, I want a job, here God, and not fill out a job application. But then I figured it out. What it is I want a job. I fill out the job application. I tell God I want a job. This is how you can incorporate the law of attraction, faith at the same time, and the works. Okay? I want the job. Okay? So I'm telling God, help me. I want this job. This is what I want. I want pay. I want my weekends off. I want a stress-free environment. I want this, right? And then I fill out my job applications. But where the law of attraction comes in is not worrying about it. Once I fill out the job applications, this is my works, okay? But my faith is that God knows what I want. I said it. I put it out in the universe. The universe is going to bring me what I need. This is the law of attraction. So I'm focusing on my faith. I'm focusing on the faith of God bringing me what I need. And ultimately, that works. It works. And what it is when you take it off the altar, what they mean by that is you worried about it. You worried about the outcome of what's going to happen. It's like you can't do both. You can't say you trust God. It's either you trust God or you don't. And if you don't trust God, then cool, figure it out yourself. But if you say, God help me, then you got to trust that you're going to get that help. See, I ended up rambling and changing subjects again. But y'all know how I do. I might make another video rambling. But thank you for watching my rambles. And y'all, hit the description and visit the website and buy the book. It's a whole lot more organized than my thoughts are. Okay? All right. I love you. Take care.